Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. With incoming flights comes more positive COVID-19 cases in the CNMI. Also tonight, big news for those looking to apply for the PUA FPUC program. And the Attorney General speaks on changes due to the pandemic. In sports, we take you back to a women's national tournament. This one's for the books. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Thank you for being here with us.
For finding ways to keep things happening.
For making things feel a lot better.
Thank you.
Energize, realize, feels so good just to be alive. Time's a gift, my time is free. I can spend it on you, you can spend it on me. I can say you'll be blown away, but the change you see me. And I feel alright, dance all night, put a little flavor in my life.
Thank you for staying strong with us.
And for us.
Thank you for always connecting.
For keeping us together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding us
That despite this distance,
We are still better together.
Every day, every day, I put the good stuff in. No.
Docomo Pacific, better together.
Jose and Pedro were born on the very same day. Jose liked to play sports. Pedro liked to play video games. Jose's favorite word was pass. Pass me the ball. Pedro's favorite word was pass too. Pass me the rice. Jose is retired and has both time and energy. His life is just beginning. Pedro has diabetes, hypertension, and gout. His life could soon end. Eat less, play more, live longer. Brought to you by PHI, the pharmacy you can trust.
Half a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Wednesday, June 10th, 2020. Congressman Gregorio Khalili Sablan works with the CNMI Department of Labor to provide clarity on who may be eligible to receive federal assistance for COVID-19. Take a listen.
A major concern regarding citizenship eligibility of the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance and Federal Pandemic Unemployment Compensation is finally addressed by Congressman Gregorio Khalili Sablan. In a letter sent out to Saipan Chamber of Commerce President Velma Palacios, Congressman Sablan states the CARES Act is specifically intended to aid employees who cannot work due to the coronavirus. The act makes no distinction with respect to citizenship or immigration status. Labor Secretary Vicky Benavente states her office was in a conference call this morning with the U.S. Department of Labor and received this official statement.
PUA is a federal public benefit program, and whoever applies for it, if they are qualified or eligible, it will be determined by the CNMI Department of Labor, but based on existing laws.
Benavente says everyone should apply. A release will be sent out with the detailed information regarding categories of qualified aliens. Benavente also states that a webinar on the application process is underway.
The webinar is scheduled for Monday at 9 a.m., and we are working in conjunction with the Chamber of Commerce to link us up in a Zoom meeting format, Sally, and then the official launch for PUA applications is Wednesday, a week from today, June 17. And so we will open our offices for drive-through on Wednesday, June 17. And then our applications will be available online on June 17. So the portal opens on hiremarianas.com, and the drive-through will open same day.
And just like the Disaster Unemployment Assistance Program, checks will be processed within 1 to 2 weeks if there are no mistakes made on the application forms. Benavente also encourages everyone to apply for the direct deposit.
Do not want to have thousands of our applicants coming up to the Treasury office and picking up a paper check. So again, I encourage all pool applicants to make sure that they have a bank account, checking account, or a savings account.
Reporting for KSPN News, I'm Sally Lemis.
The cumulative positive COVID-19 cases in the CNMI is now at 30. 3 individuals have been confirmed positive for COVID-19 in the CNMI so far this week. According to the COVID-19 Task Force and CHCC, one 34-year-old male was confirmed positive for the coronavirus on June 8th. He is asymptomatic, is not a resident of the CNMI, and was a passenger of the United flight that arrived on Monday. 2 more individuals were confirmed positive on June 9th. Both are asymptomatic and were arriving passengers on United's flight from Guam, bringing the total number of cumulative confirmed positive cases in the CNMI to 30. The last 8 individuals that have tested positive for COVID-19 have been traveling into the CNMI.
Having the quarantine is really, really effective for us to contain it and prevent community-wide transmission. So, the ability for us to test, again, those are key factors in, if you're going to start having more flights come in, these are the key factors, having to be able to monitor, like we have the SARA alert, having the ability to also test. That's really important for us to ensure that, anyone coming to our islands we have that safety measure to prevent it from spreading within our community.
Tourism is still projected to open back up in the CNMI July 15th, but will the CNMI be ready?
That's what we're working on. It's I wouldn't say we're ready for the tour. We're ready to safely open and say, for our people to be safe. But that's the bottom line. That's always been the priority, is to make sure that this is, for everyone's health. So, we're there to try to help out as much as possible, with guidances, working with our medical team to make sure that whatever advice we come up with, it is backed by science and backed by policies of public health.
As of press time, June 10th, cumulative cases confirmed positive for COVID-19 remains at 30, with 2 deaths. The number of individuals released from quarantine has been taken off CHCC's COVID-19 website as well as the governor's website. A release from COVID-19 Task Force and CHCC states, due to privacy, only information that addresses the risk of COVID-19 transmission will be released from now on. The COVID-19 pandemic hit the CNMI's economy hard, affecting many private businesses and government offices. KSPN's Sally Lemis speaks with the Attorney General, who also had to deal with many changes.
The CNMI's Attorney General Edward Manibusan says the pandemic is a very surreal event. The AG's office was not exempted from the economic impact, and they had to adjust to the new norm in order to serve the community.
We were able to continue to do the work of this office. Most of the staff had to be on lockdown, i.e. you had to stay home but continue to work. We had active cases that we need to deal with. The courts were kind of open, but we had cases that we need to deal with. It was a good time actually to work on those motions and different things that involved the case before the court actually opened.
Manibusan says the investigation division remained busy with all the complaints called in.
We had a number of complaints either through our website or through people just calling in to say that these stores have raised their prices on hand sanitizers, on face masks, on medicines, on food. And so we were able to go out and investigate those, and we've actually issued a number of cease and desist orders during that period of time.
The office initially had about 40 employees on board. 9 of them are currently on furlough, and the administrative staff are on a 64-hour work schedule. Manibusan welcomes the community to send in any tips or concerns to their hotline, which could be found at their official website, cnmioag.org.
We've got to be a transparent government, and you cannot have corruption in government.
Reporting for KSPN News, I'm Sally Lemis.
Some employees of Imperial Pacific International are without pay. Take a listen. Imperial Pacific International has missed payroll once again to some employees last Friday. House Representative Tina Sablon wrote to the Casino Commission members and Acting Director Charlie Attelig asking if CCC issued a formal order to IPI regarding payroll. Sablon says in the email, quote, "I have received reports that only employees making below $10 an hour were paid. All others have not been paid, including IPI employees who were called back from furlough to work full-time in construction," end quote. She states IPI management has declined to place some employees back on furlough to be eligible for the PUA program. But the issue goes even further. Sablon says, quote, "Some IPI employees have reported that the payroll checks they have received actually bounced when they tried to cash them at local stores," end quote. KSPN reached out to IPI's Public Affairs Officer, Tao Xing, for comment on the complaints of IPI employees that did not get paid last Friday. Xing responded with, quote, "The writ of execution issued by the court related to Pacific Rim case recently disrupted IPI's payroll process. IPI is actively seeking a solution, and IPI is doing its best to fulfill the commitment of paying employees as soon as possible," end quote. Last week in federal court, IPI was denied the motion to stay, giving Pacific Rim the authority to collect $6.9 million from IPI's bank accounts. As of press time, Sablon has not received a response from the Casino Commission. Officials from the Department of Public Safety are seeking your help in identifying individuals involved in a burglary and theft. According to a release from DPS, on Monday of this week, a 911 call was received reporting a burglary and theft incident at J.G. Sablon Company warehouse in Lower Base. As you can see in the video, 2 individuals were captured on surveillance video in the warehouse. DPS states there was damage to the office door, and the owner of the warehouse told officers a 32-inch RCA flat-screen TV with a built-in DVD player had been taken. Inventory of other items within the warehouse is being taken at this time. If you have any information on the incident or know of an individual selling a TV that fits the above description, call 911. Or to remain anonymous, call the CNMI Crime Stoppers at 234-7272. Crime Stoppers will pay up to $1,000 for any information that leads to an arrest. Coming up, there are no traditional graduation ceremonies, but instead a convoy around the entire island. Find out more after the break.
Mom, are you sure? What about the shutters? And do you have your medicine?
Don't worry about us, love, okay? You take good care of yourself. I'm in love. Yeah, sorry. The power went out, so I had to light up all the candles. Yeah. Yes, baby, yeah. I'm just glad our home phone's working and we're able to contact you.
Mom, are you sure? What about the shutters? And do you have your medicine?
Don't worry about us, love, okay? You take good care of yourself. I'm in love. Yeah, sorry. The power went out, so I had to light up all the candles. Yeah. Yes, baby, yeah. I'm just glad our home phone's working and we're able to contact you.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. Despite the global pandemic that has interrupted all normalcies, the graduating class of 2020 moves forward with their own creative and unique way of celebrating. Sally Lemus reports.
It is graduation week here in the CNMI, and this year we don't have the traditional ceremonies, but families are coming up with creative ways to celebrate their graduates.
Hey, why you? Hey, why you? Hey, why you? Hey, why you?
All right, so we have here a family of the graduate, and we want to ask, what do you think of this motorcade graduation?
I think it's really beautiful because we're like having all of this pandemic, but we can still celebrate our graduates and our loved ones, our family, our friends, and everyone else graduating.
Shout out to Jerlino Lopomar, Victor Joel, Igito, Hannah Mofnas, and Robin Sablan. Congratulations, you guys.
And how do you feel, that this year is quite different from the rest? We don't have a traditional ceremony.
Well, they're lucky because it's history. Shout out, congratulations, you guys. Congratulations to all the graduates. We're really proud of you guys. Keep up the good work.
Oh, nice.
His name is Corn Beef from the family. That's him. Good morning, everybody! Congratulations to the Kangman Azuzu! Corn Beef! Congratulations!
Yeah, boy! I would like to congratulate you guys for all your hard work, dedication, and all your time that you put into the school year. I wish you the best for your future plans, and I believe in you guys. I'm sorry that we have to go through this situation, but just remember that we are one heart, one family. Let's go, Azuzu! Hey, why you? Hey, why you? Hey, why you? Hey, why you?
I'm proud for what the teachers and all this PSS staff are doing with the members. I really appreciate for the safety of the kids. It might be not facing a stage where the kids were sitting, but at least there's something for them. We all stand as one community in here to congratulate our children that are coming down for the graduation. Hey, my girl, congratulations for 2020. It's COVID-19 almost 20.
First time the CNMI has ever done anything like this, PSS, but as a system we try our best with the help, of course, of all the stakeholders. And so far the turnout is looking good. Coming out here to show our support for all our students. We do what we can with what we got and trying to keep in line with the team, Mariana Strong. So, be back KHS. Congratulations, class of 2020. Shout out to VJ, Victor Joel Igito, my godson. Message to the students, the graduating class of 2020. Keep your head up. Focus on your goals. Be strong. And just continue that path to whatever it is you want to pursue later on in your life.
Keep it up. Congratulations. Great job. Love you guys.
Congratulations! Thank you!
Congratulations to all the graduates.
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Congratulations. Hey, why you? Congrats. Congrats.
What do you
motorcade graduation.
It's awesome. Really nice to have them out and give us the opportunity to partake on this. That's why Lieutenant Governor and I are out here and the staff. We have a lot of alumni here too. So I want to congratulate Cagman and congratulate all the high schools and junior high schools that's graduating this year. Same here in Saipan and Rodantinya. So congratulations.
Coming up in the KSPN2 Sports Report, we take you back to a soccer classic. You won't want to miss this after the break.
Life gets better. Get on better internet plans with the strongest internet from Docomo Pacific. With whole home Wi-Fi, it's the better way to work, play, and surf at home with the fastest download and upload speeds in the CNMI. Your better internet comes with the free Plume SuperPod for the strongest and safest Wi-Fi coverage throughout your home. Sign up today for as low as $50 a month and get a free smart tablet. Better value for your best connection. Because in everything we do, we are always better together.
Hi, I'm Florian, eye care technician here at Mariana's Eye Institute.
Eyelids do a pretty good job at protecting your eyes from trauma, but once in a while you can't blink quite fast enough to avoid contact with something like a baby's hand or a tree branch.
A corneal abrasion is essentially a scratched eye. The scratch occurs on the front part of the eye that's perfectly clear, and unfortunately it's very painful. You should see an eye doctor right away after any kind of pain in your eye. Once you get to the office, we'll numb your eye up so you don't have the pain anymore. Examine the eye to see exactly what the cause of the problem is, and then we'll treat you with antibiotic drops, and we will put a Band-Aid on the surface of your eye called a contact lens that will leave on for a day or two until the abrasion heals.
This has been Dr. Dennis Williams of the Marianas Eye Institute.
We are with you. At times when you need us most, you can count on us to be there. When you need someone to talk to. When you need to stay informed. When you need to brighten your day. When you need to stay connected. We are here keeping our promise that while the world is changing, we keep working, so you can keep connecting. We are your Docomo Pacific family, and we are here to help.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans, here's a sports classic of women's soccer.
You're looking at the first time that Saipan played Guam in women's soccer. It was the summer of 2006 at Garapan Elementary School. Note how small the goals are, use size. Guam won both the exhibition matches, 1-0 and 4-0. 2006 also when the first NMI Women's Soccer League was organized. The following year, the NMI women played Guam twice. They dropped both games 3-0. The next international test match for the NMI versus Guam came in 2008, and this time, the CNMI ladies played the entire game on defense. They played back on their own side of the field. It was a tough physical contest. That's Nikki Gabalden taking a ball to the face. The strategy of keeping everyone back, though, paid off as Guam was unable to score, but neither did the CNMI. The teams battled to a scoreless draw. The next time the two teams met was on Guam in 2009 at Leo Palace. Guam dominated, as evidenced by the final score, 8-0. The next time they faced each other in Taiwan, 2009, at an East Asian Football Federation tournament, Guam won 5-1. Carrie Schuler became the first NMI woman to score an international goal. In 2010, the NMI ladies played Guam tough, but they lost the heartbreaker 1-0. 2 years later, it was Guam 6, NMI 0. 2014, Guam beat NMI 7-0. 2016, Guam over the NMI 5-0. In 2017, Guam's girls beat the NMI 6-0. And at that point, Guam had beaten the NMI by a combined score of 56-1. So earlier this month, when the NMI and Guam ladies battled in Mongolia, Gwyn Borja and the NMI knew it was going to be a tough test.
We were expecting Guam to be the hardest game of the entire tournament just because of their past performances. So going into that game, we were just like, okay, like we really have to like fight through this fatigue and everything because it was, the last game of the tournament. Like we were super tired from the previous 2 games. So we were just, trying to keep it together and just move the ball around, keep possession.
The game ended 0-0. Crizel Tuazon felt they coulda, woulda, shoulda won.
We were kind of disappointed because we had like a lot of chances actually against Guam, and it's just we're unlucky because we had a draw, but we were still proud because like in Marianas Cup they beat us 6-0 and us now 0-0.
We had a lot of chances to score, but we didn't pull through, so it was kind of bittersweet feeling. But at the end our coach was like, he was proud of our performance in the entire tournament, so that was a really good feeling, just knowing that your coach is proud of you.
A draw never felt so good. Therese Malari came away with this feeling after the team's performance.
I would say the Guam team brought out
Brought out the best of you? Yeah. I thought you guys played pretty well. Could have won. After a draw, did you feel like you won or you feel like you lost?
We were proud.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
So what are you going to do this year? At Gold's, a dedicated fitness studio with a cushioned floor is perfect for group exercise. The cardio room features a variety of treadmills, bikes, steppers, and ellipticals. Fitness machines will help you achieve your goals, and the largest free weight area on Saipan gives you comfortable space to work out. Gold's Gym team is ready to help you get to your goals. Try harder. We know you can do it.
And here is your weather report. Today we had a high of 91, a low of 81, 63% humidity. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with isolated showers, east winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow we'll have a high of 90, a low of 81, seas 2 to 3 feet, sunrise at 5:46 a.m., high tide at 9:33 a.m., low tide at 5:19 p.m., and a sunset at 6:47 p.m. Thank you for watching this Wednesday edition of KSPN2 News. Have a great rest of your evening.